All right, good morning, guys. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and got to spend time with the family. That's what that's all about. All about. Well, we're back out here at this pond. And I'm gonna try today to go in here. He wanted to go ahead with the plan, and that's to take 24 to 25 inches off the top of the dam, kick it over on the back side of the dam to help lessen the slope a little bit so he can maintain it. All of this, there's a bunch of field rock and stuff in here. This will all have to be pulled back because the spillway is going to be over here about where that flag is. That's going to be water level, and somewhere's right in there that's got to start running out and tie into that flag over there. So I mean, we're going to have to go down quite a little bit through here, but all this has to be moved out of the way, move back here, because I'm going to try to utilize this field rock in the bottom of this spillway. Also, I'm going to go in and strip all the sod and the brush and everything off the back side of this dam all the way around. And that way, when I do start cutting this and moving this over, it won't slip. Like I said, you got to take that sod and that grass off. Otherwise, you'll lose that adhesion between the dirt, and it can slide off. Not always, but it can slide off. So I always just make it a point of doing that. So anyway, we're going to do that. Try to bury it down. Either put it down on the flat ground on the bottom, cover it up, or get it over there towards that brush pile. Then I'm going to take the excavator and take about 2 foot off this dam and throw it over here, and that way I can take and spread that out all the way around. That's the plan. Anyway, here not too long ago I purchased a new device that I'm going to try to use today. I built a bracket for it to go on the excavator, which should help me considerably. So we'll have that going here in a little bit. But right now I'm going to fire the dozer up and get it warming up, and then I'm going to go strip all that sod off of that dam and try to get things going. We have rain coming, a substantial amount of rain coming in the morning, early morning, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So I won't be able to work probably for the next few days. So I want to try to get absolutely as much done with this as I can, and then, like I said, that way it'll help out a little bit. So anyway, we're gonna fire the 850 up and get going. I'm going to do now is take and pull this stuff back so I can get in here and start working this spillway. And I don't know if you can see or not, but I posted something about it on Instagram, but I have addition of a new laser, machine mounted laser. That's a mount that I built. I don't know how well it's going to work. I don't know. First day, this is the first day using this one. I have used these before, but just not my own. So we're gonna give her a shot here and see what happens with it. As you can see, I've got all kinds of safeties rigged up because I don't trust those magnets that I made that out of. So they're not quite strong enough, in my opinion. So I've got a strap around. I've got a strap around there, and I also have a cable clipped to the spring on the hose, just in case that sucker decides it wants to come off there. That was a recent purchase, and it was extremely expensive. So bevel cable and carabiner can flat make a difference. That thing decides it wants to come off there and bounce off the ground. So I mean, I'm confident in my welding abilities and stuff like that. I'm just not confident in those magnets. And the factory mounts are so expensive, but for the sake of time, I'm probably going to end up by getting a factory mount. That way, the factory mounts I was looking at, Topcons, there's a I'll be able to use that one on both dozers as well, and not have to build one for each machine. So for the sake of time, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to build a bracket system for that dozer and just leave it on there. But for the sake of time, I don't have time to do a bunch of manufacturing and stuff. So I'll probably just end up by biting the bullet and buying those. Those are almost $400 for that magnetic mount. You know, I've got less than 100. I got less than 100 in this one here. But granted, it's not as fancy as the factory mounts, but four men have four ways, you know. I could have brought the D6 in to help with this, cut the top of this dam off, but I think now that I've got that laser mounted up on there, I think that's going to work out good. Save me from getting in and out. And I am going to periodically get out and check my grade as I work my way around the top of the dam. And if you'll remember from the last video, what we're trying to do is lessen the back slope on this pond by taking about 2 foot off the top of the dam and throwing it over on the back slope. So that's the purpose of this job. The pond does leak, and I don't think it was the trees that was on it. We had discussion on that. So you know, he wants to wait and see what happens for the sake of the cost, and I mean, I get it. That's why I brought it to his attention, and as I do with all my clients, and just let them make the decisions, because This one here is about all I can swing. It was still extremely expensive. We'll just say over $1,000. And there's options. There's a next step up that, you know, has a wireless monitor you can put in the machine with you, but and everything else. So you can just figure on. I think the guy told me, or if I remember right, the laser place told me that, you know, just figure about doubling over to, you know, actually more than doubling the cost. So, you know, it's way up there. More than I can handle. With this one, see how this one works out. They're the laser shop. They're good people, and I think they do trade-in stuff. I think so. We'll see, but I'm sure this one will do everything I need. The only thing I wished it had was. Blade pitch. The next model up had blade pitch where it got you on that way. I'll just have to play with it and get used to what I need to do there. I mean, after all, I've been 15 years without one of these and get pretty dang close just by the feel of the machine and the seat of my butt, seat of my pants. So that's how I've graded for years. So if it wasn't for needing some of these rocks, I would have put this dirt on the other side because that's where I need it. But I need these rocks here. And I don't want them in the way because I don't want to get them covered up. So if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, that's the deal. I'm going to try to use these field rocks to lay down in the bottom. So I'll sift through and grab some of these field rocks as I go, and then I'll start throwing the dirt down here some. But that's the reasoning for that. I want these field rocks again so I can lay down in this bottom. See if we can get this thing set up where it'll catch a signal. I may have to end up by doing some adjustments, I don't know. So, like I said, first time setting it up on this machine. So, but I bet we'll get her. We're not quite exact because of that bracket, or where that junction box is, but we're going to be 2 foot. We'll be 2 foot above. We'll be 2 foot above our water line, which is what we want. So I wish I could turn that a little bit more. I'm gonna have to pay attention. Gonna have to pay attention. Watch out, Ricky. I'm hoping this will really help. It'll just save me from getting in and out. I am gonna, because I'm old school, I am gonna go and check my grade periodically. I mean, once I get a grade set, I can usually stay pretty close with it with the excavator. Alrighty guys, well done for today. Holy cow, did I move a lot of dirt. I'll walk over and show you in a minute, but I wanted to show you, this was my new addition right here. It's a Topcon LSB 100. It's a machine mounted laser receiver. So I used it today to cut the top of that dam down and get it pretty close to grade. Of course, I had to go back over it with the dozer, and I had a lot of dirt to move. And I've still got quite a bit, but I just wanted to find see all these rocks and stuff I want to stack in that spillway. But still got to cut the spillway. But there'll be a lot of dirt and stuff here. I say we're going to have more than dirt than what we need. Well, that's interesting. Huh. This is all topsoil here that I cut out. Still flag there. This is topsoil that I've still got to talk to the owner and see what he thinks so far before I go to spreading topsoil everywhere. You know, this slope here on the east side, it is what it is because spillway's right down there, so I can't cut this in shallower here. So again, nothing is final graded, but it's definitely taking shape. But again, we got rain coming, so I wanted to just kind of tighten everything up for now, make adjustments later. Just about set my pile too close. And again, we can't burn that pile because of that miscanthus grass there. Spark gets in there, you know, that's the man's income. He gets, you know, that's a crop for him. So that stuff, I mean, you look at it from crossways and it'll catch on fire. So anyway, but to kind of give you an idea, I don't think he'll have any problems. I need to bring a little bit more in right here. Everything's sounding good, but that's a bit of a low spot, and I noticed that earlier. So we need to build that out, probably a foot. But he shouldn't have any problem, even with this slope here. He shouldn't have any problem brush hogging this. He should be able to run. He should be able to run, you know, parallel to the pond dam. If not, certainly it can come down and go up. The dam is nice and wide up here. It's probably, well, I mean, you can see it's a good 15-20 foot wide. And in theory we could lessen the width of the top of the dam and move that out anymore, but I don't know that we really need to at this point. But again, I'll let him make that decision. But and like I said, everything's starting to look pretty good. So I've got a low spot here, but again, I just tried to hurry to get everything somewhat graded, roughed in, and that way that when this rain hits, we're not having a bunch of holes to hold water. But I should have enough topsoil, because actually it looks bigger than what it is. It's actually bigger than what it looks, but I should have plenty to scatter up in here and like fill that spot in and kind of get a little bit of this clay. This clay actually has enough topsoil mixed in with it. You could seed this and it'd go. But like I said, right here I need to bring, get right in here a little bit more. Got a step right there I want to take out. It's not smooth like that. But then of course I got to work the inside too. But anyway, no, it's coming together. I wish I had a machine. I wish I had a mount for the dozer for the 850, which I think I'm gonna end up by buying one. The mount that I made, it worked. I did have one snafu, because that's a long stick machine. It's really hard to get the laser, the receiver up high enough. So it's way down low, and I actually put a cable around that receiver and then snapped it up around a bracket, and I'm glad I did, because one of the dog bones, which is part of the linkage that operates the bucket, one of those come up and hit that bracket that I built. Even though I had it ratchet strapped on, moved it enough that it fell off, and when it fell off, the little cable I've got, safety cable, caught it, kept it from hitting the ground. So like I said, I've got to figure out something. I think that pond's actually went down since a day or two ago. It sure looks like it. But anyway, luckily that little cable caught it. Didn't hurt anything. I just had to reset it. But I'll show you up here. The 850 got her butt worked off today. Little safety cable here, caught it, didn't allow it to hit anything, so otherwise it'd have been on the ground. But this dog bone came up and hit this bracket, caused the bracket to kick off, and then it just basically caused the strap to loosen, and it just kind of rotated down and was dangling. But anyway, it's a crude bracket, but it works. And honestly, I don't think I'd have to strap it, because everything was smooth today. Now if I got on a bunch of rocky ground maybe, but it actually held better than what I thought it would, even had this not been on here. But again, with this being a longer stick machine, I had to move the receiver all the way down, and that's where it started interfering. You know, you got one of the factory made brackets, they're adjustable, so in fact I could take and slide the magnet up here and attach it up here, and it wouldn't interfere at all. So and I want to get one of them, because I was going to build a bracket here on the corner of the blade, but I think what I'm going to do, honestly, is get one of those factory brackets, and that way I can just attach it to the back here, and I may in fact weld me a loop, right down here, and maybe one over here, and that way I could, you know, put a short strap or a bungee cord or something there to kind of help it from wanting to pop off. But I'm sure those factory mounts are a lot stronger magnets than what these are. It's supposed to be a 150-pound magnet, but anyway, who knows. But anyway, guys, well, I think that's all I can do today. I'm gonna get everything put up before it gets dark and get all the machines fueled up. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments, ring that notification bell. That way you know when I post a new video. Also, I've been posting photos on Instagram, and follow me there, and that's at DirtDanny953. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here and go home and eat. So again, weather's gonna keep me from being out here for the next 2 or 3 days, if I'm lucky. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you later, and if I don't see you before, y'all have a happy new year. Be safe, and remember, designated drivers. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you later.